Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Are you tired of creating the same design elements over and over again for each of your projects? For that, Figma components are a solution. With components, you can easily create and reuse design elements like buttons, icons, and layouts across multiple projects. In this video, I will explain about components and variants in Figma, and I will show you how to create and use them in your designs. Let's get started. First, what are components? Components are reusable elements that can assist you creating consistent design across projects or multiple projects. You can create components from any of the layers or objects you have designed, including buttons, icons, and any other design elements. By using components, you can easily manage and maintain consistency in your designs. What are variants? Figma variants are like different versions of a component that are grouped together. If you take button as an example, button will have different types like primary button, secondary button, or icon button. And also button has states like normal, hover, pressed, active or disabled. This we call it as a variants. So why components? I understand that you may be wondering why it is necessary to create multiple components when you can just create one design element and copy across all the design project. As a UI designer myself, I can empathize with your concerns. However, in my experience, there are several benefits to creating individual components that can save time, improve overall the quality of the project. Let me explain more. Save time. By creating components in Figma, you can save a lot of time. For example, if you use a button element as a component in your projects, you only need to change the master component whenever you need to change the button style. This way, the button style will update in all across the project in every screen. Otherwise, you would need to replace the button element on each screen individually. If the project has only one or two screens, it wouldn't be a problem. But imagine a project with 100 screens, it would take a lot of time to update each screen individually. But if we create that button as a component, when you use the button component in 100 screens, if you want to change the style of the button, you need to just update the master component that will update 100 screens. Consistency in designs. By using components, you can avoid the risk of missing screens and experience misalignments when replacing elements manually. With components, you can be sure that everything is correctly positioned and aligned. Now let's create a button components and variants. Here I have a three types: primary, secondary with icon. And every type we have four states: normal, hover, press and disable. Let's create a primary button now. Select text and add primary button. Change font size to 60 pixel and apply auto layout. Now add fill color to the primary button and we'll add some padding 20 pixel and vertical padding 15 pixel. Okay. Body radius, corner radius 5 pixel. Now we have a primary button ready. Now we'll create secondary button. Copy this primary button, press Command T and move it to the side. Okay, for secondary button, we will create a stroke button. So we'll reverse this fill color to stroke. So we'll add stroke here and pick the fill color and we can hide fill color. So make it stroke 2 pixel. See how it works. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. And change this fill color, text fill color also to the orange. How it looks. Yeah. Secondary button. Okay. Next we'll create with icon. So copy this primary button and copy the icon. Okay, let's copy this like icon and select button and paste. So we can move to the left. So this we can change with icon. Now we have three types ready: primary, secondary, and with icon. Let's create state. So copy the normal primary button and change fill color to little bit dark orange when you hover over, and we can change even text color also. Okay, yeah. So copy the our state button, and while pressed state we'll add some drop shadow, yeah, and disable. So copy primary button, duplicate primary button, and fill color is going to be gray, and also text color also gray, dark gray. Yeah. So now for primary button, normal, hover, pressed, disable is ready. So same like that, we'll create for secondary. The copy secondary primary button. When hover over, we will add fill color. So we'll enable fill color and select text and change to black. So now hover state is ready. So copy this hover state secondary button and add effect. Yeah. So this is a preset state. Copy normal secondary button and change stroke color to gray color and text color also gray color. Okay. Now we have 4 states ready for secondary button also. Yeah, with icon, for now we can keep this one state. Now, one important step we need to do. So we need to rename this all buttons. Let's rename one by one. Let's select primary button and rename to primary / normal. Select hover, primary / hover. Copy this text and select pressed. Rename to pressed and select disable button. Double click on the frame name and paste it. Change to disabled. Yeah, like that. We'll select secondary button. Change to secondary normal. Copy this text and select secondary button hover state and change to hover. Same for pressed state, secondary, pressed, and same for disable, secondary, disable. Now we changed every button name here. We will change this with icon also. With icon normal. Okay. So now we need to select all buttons and go to toolbar. Here we have option for creating multiple components, create individual component, and create component set. So now we have all buttons selected. We need to click on select create component sets. So once you click on creating component sets, all buttons will convert it to components. So if you go to the right panel here, if you see the property 1 is a primary, secondary, and property 2 is states. So we can double click on the property 1. We change to type, button type, and this is button state. Okay. So now we have buttons ready and components ready. Let's see how we can use this into our designs. So here I have already created a simple product card. In this card, we'll add 2 buttons. One is primary and one is secondary. Buy now and add to cart. Let's go to assets panel and search for primary. So here we have a primary button component showing. If you see here, it is showing that including 9 variants, and click on the primary button, and here we have option for insert instance. Once you click on insert instance, the button add to the frame. Now we can change this text to add to cart, duplicate the button and change text to buy now. Now here we will make add to cart is a secondary button. So in the right panel in type drop down, so we can see that secondary, select secondary. Now we change to again change to add to cart. Now what we need to do, we need to select these both two buttons and apply select auto this frame and drag to product card UI. Now if you see that add to cart button and buy now button sizes and widths look different, right? So we'll to change that, select this button, cart to button, add to cart button, and in the right panel we'll change to horizontal resizing to fill container. Same like that, select buy now and change to fill container. Now two buttons are in the same size. And select this whole product card UI and again click on create component. Now this whole entire card component, and inside the component we have button components. So like that we can use how many levels you want, components inside component and inside components. Duplicate this component and select both and add to auto layout. Now select any card, and if you press Command D, it will add to duplicate multiple UI cards. And duplicate, select that on the frame, and the right panel we have wrap option, right? Here auto layout wrap. Select a wrap. After selecting wrap, if you resize the auto layout frame size, the card will automatically come to the bottom. Now you can repeat again. Let's just change the frame size. Okay, so now we have 8 cards. Okay, now let's see when you update the button components, how this will update actually. So let's say here we have buy now buttons, 8 buy now buttons, right? But if you want to change the buy now button color, manually you need to change 8 times. But since we are using components, let's see how it was. So I'm going to primary button here and selecting primary button and change fill color to some blue color. Yeah, let's say sky blue, and text color to white. Now let's see in design. Yeah, if you see here, the all buy buttons color change. Like that, we can change secondary button color also. So let's say secondary button stroke color, I'm going to select primary button fill color, and text color is going to be changed as a primary fill color. Now in the design, all buttons are updated. So this way we can save a lot of time to when you are using components. So this is just I'm showing the button components, but this can apply for any component. For example, now this card is a component, right? Let's see how it works. So I selected a component fill color. If you change fill color, so one component, master component changing, you will see every card is changing. Let's say I'll add some stroke now. So see, if you had one changing and one card, it applying for every card. So the components and variants are very useful. So if you are designing a very big projects. Now we will add some interaction to the buttons like hover, pressed, disappear. For that we need to go to the prototype, and here select primary button, and when you hover over the primary button you will see the small plus icon, and hold plus icon and drag to primary button. Here the default action is on click, and change to type primary and state hover, animation instant, and select hover state button and drag to pressed. Here even is going to be while pressing, and type primary change to pressed. Yeah, and here, right, so here I think we need to change to while hovering. Yeah, so while hovering, this hover state, while pressing, this press state. Disable, there is no interaction for the disable, but whenever we create designs to where we need to show disable state button, we can use this state, add some interaction to the secondary button, select secondary normal, and drag to secondary hover. Here action is while hovering, type secondary state hover, animation instant. Like that, select secondary button and drag to pressed. Here while pressing, type secondary and animation instant. We should keep like that. Now we'll see how this works. So select this frame and click on present. So now we have, so when you hover over the button, now you can see how button color changing, even for adequate secondary button, so it's changed. So like this, we can add states of the button while while creating designs actually. I hope you understand about components and variants from this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments.